The school twinning program. He was speaking after the Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga released the 2018 Matric results in Midrand, Johannesburg yesterday. Gauteng has shown the highest pass in the Matric pass rate this year compared to 2017. Now, for more on the story, we cross live to our reporter Patricia Visagie. Hey, Patricia, thank you very much indeed for your time. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, thank you so much, Blaine. Of course, we continue to speak and, of course, bring you the coverage about the various reactions on the Matric results, in particular with Gauteng's performance, of course, coming out tops of all the provinces, as you have just mentioned now. And we continue to delve into this achievement. What exactly has the province done to achieve this? So, again, we speak to the Education MEC in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi. So, congratulations, of course, to you and your team on the sterling work, but also not everybody is saying that it is as great. We've heard the reactions from the opposition parties saying, but it's not the exact picture that is reflective. How do you react to that?
Let's ignore them for now, please, because it's our grapes. When they were position one, they didn't raise issues of moderation from Umalusi. This year, because IEB got the moderation, they kept quiet. I really don't think that it's worth the energy and the time to discuss what the opposition is saying. They're an opposition party, so they have to make noise, and unfortunately they're making an irrelevant noise now, because when it was them that occupied this position, they were showering their provinces with congratulatory messages. Now that is another province, they don't have the guts to accept that they've been defeated. We just have to thank them for a good competition. Indeed, Western Cape and Free State gave us a good run for our money, and we came tops. And this we have to thank all our educators. We have to thank all our principals, all our learners, and most importantly, the leadership of the province of Gauteng. They gave us support, they gave guidance, they gave us the resources that we needed so that we can perform very well. But township education has performed very well this time around, and I want to thank the learners that are coming from the township schools. They've done very, very well. They've made us proud.
Let's talk about that particular aspect, the township education, a new focus, a new shift to the quality of education that we see there. And one can't deny that it is attributed to that groundwork that is done. Talk to us, what has been done differently that was not done previously?
We have to reposition the township schools. Firstly, we had a very heart-to-heart discussion with all our township principals. I chaired that meeting, and they put the things that make them unhappy. For example, they say when they are post or opportunities to be a principal, deputy principal, HOD, sometimes good people were overlooked. So we rectified that. Secondly, they spoke about the infrastructure. We built almost 49 new schools strictly in the townships. They spoke about retraining. They spoke about resources that they need for the labs, libraries, and we changed all those things. But most importantly, there was a special team that was focusing on schools that are struggling in the township, and the results are amazing. I mean, you look at the school in the Western called Raymond Mhlaba, they gave us 100%. In Tembisa Chian, they gave us 98%. And I can go on and on and on and on about the township schools that have performed well. But to change the education system in the country, that's where we need to start. We need to ensure that the education of the poor is also protected, is nurtured, it's supported, is well resourced. And this is the investment that we've made, and now we are getting the dividends that we've invested in the last 4 years.
And I mean, how many times haven't we heard experts saying that if we want to really change the triple challenges of inequality, poverty, unemployment, we really have to start with turning around the education system in the country?
If you can't get education right, we'll never get the country right. If you can't get education right, we'll never get the skills. If you can't get the skills, you will not get the economy right. So education is indeed the gateway to all the successes that we need in life. It creates opportunities, but most importantly, it moves the economy towards a direction that can make the country to be competitive. So you need a very strong education system. Unfortunately, our education system in South Africa is still an Irish coffee, black at the bottom, white on top, and with sprinkles of chocolate. You need to change that Irish coffee into a South African coffee, so that our education system must not know race, it must not know gender, it must not know religion. It must know a child that seeks opportunity, and a child that needs to move up the ladder, and a child that can compete with any other child in any other part of the world. And the fourth industrial revolution is there. So our ICT investment in the township as well has assisted us to close that digital gap and to ensure that our children have opportunity, to have out of the top 10 districts, to have 8 coming from Gauteng, and to have all our districts in the top 20 countrywide. You can't get better than that.
And next week, the new academic year is also starting. It means it's back to the drawing board. We're hitting the ground running. What will be done? What's your team's biggest task priority, again, to number one, keep that position, but also to further improve it?
I'm meeting all my grade 10s, all the grade 12s of 2019. The first 2 weeks, I'll be meeting them across the province for them to understand the importance of sustaining this number one position, and also for them to understand that it starts with day one, so that they must not say, I'll do this thing next year or next time and other thing. They must not postpone it. But secondly, is to deal with the enrollment. So, Gauteng, everyone will be coming here. So we are putting our teams and the energy together now so that we can deal with the enrollment for 2019. And I want to advise parents, please, go to the district office if you want to bring your child to our school, so that the district office can facilitate that work easily for us.
And just the last question. It's not just about what happens in the classroom. We know with education, it's about what happens at home. Those social or rather social problems that sometimes, compromise the learners. So how does that link into the overall program in terms of giving the assistance and making sure that all learners get the support and the guidance that they need, that they might not even be getting at home?
You're so right, especially those that have failed. I can see the focus is all those that have passed. There are almost 10,000 learners that have failed in Gauteng. We need to bring them back to life as well. You must not leave them and they think that life has come to an end, they must commit suicide and other things. Those that have failed, they deserve our guidance, they deserve our support, and most importantly, their parents must bring them to us so that we can guide them to proper careers. It's not the end of the world. There are many good people that are professors, that are engineers, that failed. It is how you treat failure that will determine who you are. So I'm really pleading with all the learners that have failed. It's not the end of the world. Stand up, reshape your life, start afresh, and you will succeed also in life.
All right, thank you so much. There we have it from the Gauteng Education MEC, Panyaza Lesufi. Again, just highlighting some of the points that they touched on to make sure that education in the province gains its number one spot, as we know at this juncture. But again, also highlighting what needs to be done this year to number one keep that spot, and also, of course, improve the areas where there still are challenges. So let's speak to some of the top achievers, the young men and women who are actually, the people who have made this remarkable achievement in the province. Young lady, congratulations with your achievements. If you can just introduce yourself, the school that you're from, and we can talk about how you actually achieved what you achieved. Just introduce yourself.
I'm Patricia Visagie, and I go to School of Achievement. And I got a bachelor's degree this year with 4 distinctions.
And how did you achieve that?
With hard work and dedication and support from everybody who knows me.
Now, we would always hear that, Matric is a very difficult year. There are a lot of other challenges, in particular the coping mechanisms. For those who are perhaps in Matric this year, what advice could you give them to, of course, cope with the workload, but also, cope with the pressure that comes with being in Matric?
Yes, you work hard, study hard, and I would suggest that, yes, you can take a break sometimes. Don't overstress yourself and overwork yourself, because when you overwork yourself, that's when you start to overthink and make mistakes in exams. So just study hard and believe in yourself. Have faith.
All right. Thank you so much, Natasha. Come. Let's speak to you as well. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mikhail, and I'm from the Naja Muslim School.
Okay. Yeah. Congratulations with your achievements. Tell me more about, of course, how you persevered and the persistence behind, getting through Matric, and what does the future hold for you? What are you going to study and so forth?
Oh, well, I'm not really sure I'm going to go study. I've got 3 days left to decide. And for Matric, you just have to work really, really, really hard and try not to stress too much, because stress kills it. Yeah. And the more you stress, the worse you do. So and I try to sleep a lot, I guess.
All right, so let's get your reaction as well. If you can just introduce yourself as well.
Hi, I'm Anna Matsangiwa from IRL Salang Secondary School. I got 7 distinctions at bachelor's.
Oh, congratulations, 7. I'm sure you had sleepless nights.
Yes, many of them.
Okay, and just tell us about that journey of achieving those 7 distinctions.
It's a really long journey with many sleepless nights, and it's stressful because you end up not getting satisfied with most of your marks, and then I think not having enough marks is what motivated me to read more and study hard. Yes.
Okay. What would you like to study? Just shortly. What does the future hold for you?
Medicine. I'm going to study medicine, probably at Wits or Stellenbosch University.
Future doctor. Congratulations. Thank you so much. We're here at UNISA, of course, where the Gauteng Education Department's event will be starting shortly around 10 o'clock, where they'll obviously be congratulating the top achievers and just paving the way for the year that is, of course, officially starting the new academic year, what the plans are, and also just giving us the various reports that will give us a breakdown of all the figures in terms of which districts achieved what, and where there are some challenges and how those challenges will be overcome. Of course, we'll bring you some of the elements of this event live from here at UNISA in the capital city. For now, let's give it back to you in studio.
Yeah, what's that saying? It's genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I guess that's how it works. And Gauteng did pretty well. In terms of the top 10 districts, 8 of them were from Gauteng and the other 2 from the Free State. So excellent stuff from Gauteng. Patricia Visagie, thank you very much indeed. We'll leave it there. Well,